This week, the new Scania doesn't work. I get angry in a funeral procession. Oh no, guys, this isn't working. And it needs more energy. I think it needs more energy. Well, let's go for the rest of it with more energy. David rants about the Ice Road Truckers film, and Chloe calls someone fat. So let's strap down, let's strap in, and let's do this. Yeah, you see, the more energy, it's better. Yeah, yeah, we in agreement? Okay.
This is just another trucking podcast.
Hello, and this is Just Another Trucking Podcast. I am your host, Tom, and this week I'm joined by my good friends, my co-hosts, and someone who is complaining about... No, should we get into the whole fucking Disneyland thing?
What? We can get into it.
Whoa.
Okay, right, well. We've got David. We've got Chloe. Hello.
Hi.
I don't know. By the way, I don't know what we're doing. We're doing like an ASMR thing. We don't know why.
Yeah.
But
What does ASMR mean?
What?
Wait, what does it actually mean?
Yeah,
What does
what do the
ASMR
letters
actually
mean?
mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Acoustic?
shit, actually.
See, but
Sound.
just a heads up, we don't have producer here,
Media.
and immediately we're running into issues.
Oh shit, I'm trying to do it for him.
Come on, Chloe. Come on, help
I
us,
just
help
came up.
us.
I've written asthma.
What's asthma? What's asthma? There you go. Professionals
AS.
at work.
MR. What is it? AMS? Oh my lord, what is it?
For those people who are just tuning in, if this is your first episode, this is the UK's largest trucking podcast.
Autonomic sensory meridian response. Oh my god, I can't pronounce it.
I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. We now know, and it means less to me than it did before it was just ASMR.
Whoa. What about if we do it in a autonomic, a sensory meridian response?
I don't know.
No?
I think you have to. I think with
That
ASMR,
was trying to do the ASMR.
No,
style.
you have to. You really have to whisper it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Fucking shit.
We might be putting the drivers to sleep at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh yeah, let's not do it. The worst thing is that is like our prime time is like between 2:00 on a Monday morning and 6:00. So this is what
And
they're
everyone
tuning
is
in
just
for.
sat there.
And
What
just
is going on?
What the fuck are these lot talking about? Before we talk about trucks, and I actually do want to talk about trucks, I want to talk about this week.
Oh.
I want to talk about the brand new Scania.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay.
Just David, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But our primary audience is British.
okay, fine. You won't be hearing much from me. All right, I'm just going to chill back here. Turn the mic off.
No, but no, I've got
No,
it.
have a Google, David. Have a Google.
No, honestly.
Oh no, he's out. He's
Oh,
gone.
no, he's
You
out.
don't give a
He's
shit.
out. He's out. Well, no. See, I got the new Scania to test last week. The brand new Scania.
Oh, really?
It's
You
the
tested
first in the north of England, and
What,
I've
you
got
drove
to.
it?
No. I got it to test. I haven't driven it.
What,
So you're driving it next
on
week?
European Truck Simulator 2?
It got taken back by Scania.
Did they see your channel and go, no, we're not doing it?
No,
Are you
no.
sure?
So well, tell you what, we're talking about this now. We may as well go into this. There's
We
problems
started
with
now.
it. There's problems with it. So what they've done is, you know how Volvo and DAF have both revised their models. So you've got like a whole new
No, I
shiny
didn't know
like.
this.
Well, you've seen it. You've seen the new Volvos.
Well, yeah, they always do an
Jammer drives
upmarket
one. Jammer drives one.
remodeling.
It looks
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
Well, so
Yeah, they
Scania's
are
just
pretty.
revised theirs. It
Okay.
looks
What's it
exactly
called?
the same.
Scania.
L series, P
Something
series,
P.
G series? Is it?
P series, isn't it? Normally?
Type in like 450R. I don't really know.
Is it normally like Scania facelift or something, isn't it? Or
Well, no. See, what they've changed is the engine. So they've changed a lot on the engine to make it more efficient, and
Okay.
they've changed the AdBlue system as well.
right?
But the issue is, it's all configured for. This is something I've learnt this week. So European AdBlue and British AdBlue have different strengths of urea in them, apparently.
Okay.
Rear end. Sorry, okay. Misunderstood the word.
You know what AdBlue is, don't you?
A what?
Do you know what AdBlue is? Well, so what's AdBlue in America? What's the the kind of the clear liquid that you put in the engine?
Are you talking about diesel exhaust fluid?
Is it a clear, and then if you spill in it crystallizes?
Yeah. Diesel exhaust fluid.
Right.
Yeah.
So we that's what we call AdBlue. All right. So you know what I'm talking about. So you've just got a different term for it. Mm-hmm. But apparently in Europe, it's not as strong as it is in the UK. Because basically all that is it's wee. It's actually based on pig piss.
But it's not actually that.
Version.
But it's just
something I did when I first found out that someone told me, and I'll be honest with you, I believed for longer than I should have done as a grown man. I believe that yes, they did chase down pigs for this. I'm not gonna listen.
Did you think it was like when they milk cows, they had little like milkers for their wee?
Let me just for a second. Let me try and just defend myself here for a second. Right? No. Right. So let me just look and talk to the audience a second. When I'm saying this, I'm not saying I believe this for like a week or something. This was about 5 minutes, I believe this, but realistically, 5 minutes longer than I really should have believed it.
Maybe.
Wow. Although there's a lot of people.
But everyone's imaginations went wild,
didn't
say it?
Because
I heard it
when they thought it was pig piss.
At the
my stepdad made me believe that haggis was a real animal. I genuinely
what
went
did
to.
What did you think it looked like?
He told me it was this. It looked a bit like a really, really fat mole. It had very small hands. And
why wouldn't
had like
you
a really
believe
small.
It? That's him,
And he said, if I looked under rocks, I'd find one.
And you looked under a lot of rocks.
Wow.
So I'm going to give it that. Oh, more. Yeah, again, and that wasn't 5 minutes. That was an entire 2-week holiday. I looked for a fucking haggis, and there wasn't. Then I found out there was no such thing as a haggis. It's not what you think it is. Sheep's intestine. That what you can't find under a rock. Anyways, we've gone very off track.
The company that I work for, they have a huge tank, a huge depth tank. All right, it's white, so you can kind of see how full it is as well, right? But the guy who organized that, he retired that same year that it got erected, and so they put his picture, like a kind of like a.
I know, I get going as well.
They put his picture on it, so he'll always be remembered. And so every time the guy who does orientation with all the new drivers, and here is our tank of death, and the guy who organized it. So they decided to put a picture of himself on a tank of pig piss. So there we go. Like it was just
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
I like it.
But but anyway.
I genuinely that's right. Wait, it's funny how we get into these tangents and we start rolling them back to the original thing. Takes a while, but we do get there.
Scanias and how the def wasn't strong enough for the European trucks.
No, it's too strong.
Oh,
in the UK. So these. I believe there's a few of them to test out. These brand new ones.
Did they not know this before they sent them over here to test them?
Well,
like they must have known with the other ones.
And the thing is,
this isn't the thing.
Well, this isn't the first time that this has happened, and or something like this. But this was with Volvo, and so apparently and I had heard about this, but I didn't know the full story. But apparently, the Volvos at our place, they had an issue where it was coming up saying that there's water in the fuel, and so they've got this cleaning. Right, so this is apparently the reason it does it is because of the AdBlue.
Right, yeah, because ours randomly come up, and then you have to press a button, and then it resets itself and does it.
So supposedly it's because of the AdBlue, and because it's stronger in the UK.
Do you ever get an AdBlue fault where it says you've got like 30 hours left till torque reduction? AdBlue.
Well, yeah, it's just when your AdBlue gets low. Is it not?
Oh no, you get it as well with like it says you've got a dodgy AdBlue and it just comes up with a torque reduction for 30 hours.
Never had that before.
You know, I had that on the way.
Do American
I had to
trucks?
go and pick up one from London, a skip lorry, and it had that like 2 hours left. I was like, yeah, I can't drive that back on limp mode for like 4 hours. Nah, not doing it.
I've had to drive a truck in limp mode because there was nowhere to stop it. And oh my word!
I just figured the truck would just pull over and die. I've had it down to where it's like. It's red. It's flashing at me, and I'm like, I got like 100 miles left.
It says it's pending. That. It says it's pending limp mode. Is it?
Yeah, it's like torque reduction.
I don't know. I never got it down that far lately. I just can't remember. I just feel like it said low def, and
low def
I never bothered to ask. What
would happen if you did run out though?
I don't know. Is that
so
what you said?
So. What happened? I'm trying to think what happened, why it went into limp mode, but what was it? It was a sensor. Oh, that was it. Coolant. The coolant.
Right.
The coolant. I'd physically checked it. It had coolant in there, but
just didn't say
there's like a little valve thing that kind of, and apparently it sometimes seizes up on Volvos. It's just one of them things that they do.
Sounds about right.
And it's just a Volvo thing. And so it thought it had no coolant in it, and it said it had a red coolant warning, and so it said it basically put it into limp mode. And god damn, when it says limp mode, it fucking means it. That thing.
How fast could you go in it?
It was so you could get it up to speed eventually. It would get there. Fucking just took a long time, and like I think it wouldn't go like, so it would go like you know you've got like the green, and then on the revs it goes green, and then it kind of has got a gap, and I think it's
orange, and then it's
got a blue or a blue on a DAF, and then it's red on a Volvo. Well, it would only go halfway through the green, I think it was.
What, and then it would go up a gear or something stupid.
I think it's David looking and seeing what we're talking about here.
No,
it's basically like the rev counter, isn't it?
I'm just changing, just doing my whatever. Sorry.
Are you wait, are you even talking to us? Are you with the podcast? Come on, podcast with us.
I'm fucking with the podcast with you guys. It's just that my screen was the biggest one of all, and I was trying to make sure all of our screens were equal. All right, that's all I was doing.
So rather than podcasting, you're trying to be OCD here. Is that what's happening, Dave?
Basically, yes. That's actually exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That sounds about right.
Speaking
so basically, basically you were looking forward to a week with a Scania, and it's not happening now. Is that right?
Well, supposedly it's happening next week now. That's what I've been told. But they'd fixed the issue.
Fix it that quick, right? Okay.
Well, they said they'd fixed it, but then it's gone back and it's still got the error up on it. It has AdBlue. There's no issues with it, but it just has this warning on there. And the issue is, if I get pulled by DVSA, I can't really say to them, well, there's only like 3 of these in the UK at the moment, and there's a problem, but I'm driving it anyways because I have to test it for a video.
Got a red light. Yeah.
Oh, you're actually testing it for a video?
Oh yeah, I'm going to record it. Like, I mean, the only thing is, it looks. I mean, when they said, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna have like a new fucking body to it. I'm gonna have that on the. I'll have that on the thumbnail. Brand new Scania. This amazing. Nope, exactly the same. Looks exactly the same.
No.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Shit.
I think they are nice to the new faces, but I don't know. Scania's overrated now to me.
Are you getting that over in America where like a bunch of the there's all of them that seems to be refreshing the models over here. Do you have that over there?
Yeah, they do like a refresh.
I don't know. I'm barely in the trucking industry at this stage. You know, I really am. I guess.
Thank God you're not on a trucking podcast, David.
I still technically am a truck driver, and I'm technically employed. Just because I only work every 2.5 months for only 4 days, doesn't mean I'm not a truck driver.
Hey, Chloe, how do we get his job? Fuck me. I'm trying to think like
you got to start you got to start your YouTube channel 6 years ago, and then you got to create a game called My Trucking Skills. There you go.
Oh,
wait,
does that count as a plug?
Damn it.
Does that count as a plug?
Technically, it was an answer.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. We'll
there you
allow
go.
that. We'll allow that.
We'll make a better game, Tom. A better one.
Yeah, you should.
With blackjacks and hookers. Yeah. A Futurama reference for anyone who cares there. I want to talk about. I want to just change subject a second.
Crack on, why not?
Because I've just discovered something that my girlfriend does, and it's shaken me to the core. I looked at her and I was like, "What the fuck have you just done?" I don't know if you guys have you ever had that moment where you look at someone and you're like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that like that?"
Right.
So
What?
like,
What's
when you when you make a juice like a Vimto,
A what?
Squish, yeah.
right? Yeah, right. So talk me through the process.
Water, then squish.
What? You put the water in first?
Yeah, and then you put the squish on top.
What?
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, no, the squish. Are you talking like the little sachet things?
No, I just call squash squish.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Okay.
No, because that makes sense. Squash, David. Water, squash.
What squash? What squash?
What do you have?
It's
It's just
that,
like it's a flavouring of the water.
yeah.
flavour
But
water.
it's in America. It's powders. You don't really.
Okay.
Have,
Oh yeah, you've got like
It's weird,
yeah,
isn't it?
you've got
Okay, no, we have a
Aid
thing.
man, haven't you, that jumps in.
Kool-Aid.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
yeah.
No, we have both. We have Mio Energy. We have other stuff as well. It's just basically it's like extremely concentrated flavor. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
and you just
like-
water
like-
it down
Basically, yeah.
effectively.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. As like so, you're saying that she puts it in first and then the water on top. Tom.
No. She puts the water in first and then puts
Yeah.
the squash in second.
Yes, that's
Well,
how you
here's the
make
thing
it.
about that. I usually do it in water bottles. All right, so the water's already in the bottle, so I have to put. I have to
see?
put the.
Oh right, I do. You know what? I actually do that. It's quite a good way of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I used to when I first started. I used to pour it into another bottle and do all of that, and I was like, "Wait, why do I have a bottle
a
here
waste
for
of time.
pouring? I pour this bottle into that bottle, and then pour this bottle into." That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Well, no, you measure out how much water you want, and then you like leave a little gap, thinking, well, that's the squish level, and then you just put a little bit on top. Wow. And then you can
this
see the
is-
colour.
But surely
Plus,
here's
it
the
wild.
then mixes in.
Yeah,
Wild,
It mixes
you got
down
your,
through.
you
If
got your
put it at the
Ribena
bottom, it doesn't mix.
and your Kiora and all that kind of stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is that the kind of stuff you're talking about? Are you talking about
Yeah.
the No,
Yeah, like
no.
Ribena.
I'm talking. I'm more talking about the extremely condensed flavor stuff that's in a
like
small
syrup stuff.
Oh,
so
right,
you
no,
get
no,
the
It's in
no,
a
I've
squeeze.
seen
small
that, yeah, I've
little
seen
thing.
them,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, as in like those are like extreme. Like I like to
Yeah.
sometimes
like one droplet.
do a little squirt on my tongue and you know, it's so fucking sour. You should
What
give
was
that
that
one a try.
noise?
That was good. We should add like electrical noises into the back of that, and then
My wife will see me do it and like, why were you doing that? And why are you doing it again?
well, because it wasn't the reaction wasn't as good the first time. Okay then.
Yeah.
Like-
Are you shocked now? You're just like, oh, disappointed.
Well, I don't know if I'm the weird one now. Am I the weird one? Right. Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, something we forgot to the beginning of this. Right. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that bollocks that's on YouTube. But
Yeah,
leave us a
carry on.
comment. Let us know. Let us know. Do you put the squash in first or second? What goes in what order? I'm curious. I don't care.
When I lived
I'll
in
abuse the
Ireland
system.
and I had the Kiora or the Ribena, basically the juice part of it, or whatever, the flavour part was always first, and then I would add the water.
Yes.
Because the water would actually
Yes.
mix. The water would actually mix everything. You know, like in Willy Wonka's.
Exactly.
Remember, like in
No,
Willy
the
Wonka's chocolate
water,
factory,
and then you put
the
it on
waterfall,
top, and then it mixes.
the waterfall
Yes.
would actually go
No,
into the
David,
river, and
what he's
it would
talking about is
actually
right.
stir up the chocolate perfectly. Yeah, there we go.
Exactly. That way you don't
Yeah.
have to start. Well, I don't get what you. The pair of you, honestly, it's blowing
You've
my mind
got
a
to
little
put
bit.
it in
It's just-
after. You
You don't
genuinely
have to put it in afterwards, right?
You
Okay.
do.
Cup of tea.
Then you have to stir. I'm
A
just
cup
trying
of
to
tea.
avoid a
Does the
step.
milk go in first or last?
Oh,
If it's
last.
Daryl, he puts in milk first, which is wrong.
Oh,
Doesn't
You end up,
brew.
you end up
You have to
scalding the milk
put-
or something, don't you, or another?
No, you don't let the flavour. It's scientifically proven. You've got to put the hot water in first because
Yes.
it infuses. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the,
and then
the
coffee,
tea bag needs to be as hot as
coffee,
possible.
you've got to put milk first. Otherwise, you burn the coffee.
I've heard that before.
Unless you
and
have
yeah,
like one of
that's fair
those
enough.
cafetiere
Yeah.
or
You know,
whatever they're
sugar,
called. I don't like that.
Coffee, then hot water,
Yes.
then milk.
No.
Right.
What? Milk win.
No. Milk first. With
No,
coffee,
milk. Don't be stupid.
100%.
Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid.
Oh no. But what coffee are you having? Is this instant coffee?
Yeah, instant coffee.
Yeah, it depends what coffee you're having.
Oh right, no. If
milk
it's
first.
instant coffee, you're supposed to put milk first.
Milk
Oh,
first.
what?
Oh
apparently-
yes.
so
Try
what
it.
you're
No,
saying
no,
is
no,
it
no, 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 no,
burns.
no, 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 no.
Yeah,
I think
put a bit of milk, mix it up.
It depends. I do believe it depends if you're using granules or powder coffee. All right. Yes, they're both in the same instant category. All right. I just find that when I do
the
when I do
powder's
the
the
milk.
cafetiere, aren't they? That's
Well,
that
hold
thing.
on. It's because
All right, go on.
I'm trying to dissolve
Sorry.
the coffee as much as possible. All right, but if you put the milk in first, it doesn't dissolve the granules. All right. So the times when I've actually put the milk in first, and then with the coffee
But
and
it
all
goes
that kind of thing,
creamier.
but it doesn't dissolve the granules as good. All right, but
Does
if you
it?
put
Yeah, it does. No,
Because
if
it
you
never-
experience-
never
you can-
gets
you
to
can make
boiling.
it into a syrup. You can
it
make it
never-
into a milky coffee syrup in the bottom of it.
The coffee.
Yeah, you milks it up and then you gradually add the hot water and you keep stirring.
Oh my God! Now that's too many steps. Jesus Christ! I'm just waking up here. I don't want to work harder before my
We
coffee.
better go test it out with a coffee. Maybe we need
You know
to
what?
scientifically do this. And put two in
This
front
part
of you.
actually might be the best part of the podcast because everybody can relate to this regardless.
Exactly.
Everyone.
Exactly. Yeah. Everyone knows what's up here. Everyone knows what's up here.
But you know,
See-
if you why do they always like if you go somewhere you have it in a little plastic cup as well? If you like buy a little coffee or something, have you ever had those? They're like little cheapies, the hottest little plastic cups ever.
Where
They're
are
like
you?
a little
No.
drinky sippy cup.
A drinky sippy.
Do you know that? Do you know that McDonald's lawsuit?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I think you've
it-
mentioned this before.
I don't know if I've mentioned it. I don't know if I had or not.
You have
Chris
mentioned
told
it,
us.
and I wasn't part of the podcast yet, and it was actually
Yeah,
one of the few
it
episodes
was
I actually
Chris,
listened
wasn't
to,
it?
and Chris brought it up, and I really wanted to dip into it and say, no, you're actually wrong. There was
Go
actually
on.
proof. There was actually there was an old woman who she spilled coffee, and she got like
Yeah.
3rd-degree burns or whatever, right? And
Yes.
of course now. McDonald's controlled the media on this one. They got ahead of it, and they said, as in like, "Oh my God, someone's actually suing us." When no, she wasn't suing. It was more of like they made it out that she was just a crazy bitch who was just looking to sue anybody for anything. All right, but no, they're just
Yes,
like,
that's how I heard it.
do you
That's
mind
how
actually?
Chris said
I burnt myself. And like, I just want you guys to like know that, as in, like, and it happened to a bunch of people too. I think John Oliver brought this up in one of his episodes.
Well,
And,
it wasn't John Laval. I saw it on Adam Knows Everything.
Oh, it was Adam Knows Everything. Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes,
oh,
yes,
right.
yes,
Have you
yes,
seen
yes.
it?
Yes,
Holy
that's
shit.
the one. That's
Me
the
and
one.
you
That's the
have
one.
the same.
Oh yeah,
same
we do.
YouTube
I've seen every.
subscribers.
I've seen every Adam Knows ever.
I love it. It's.
I
so,
love the
so
shows
good.
that piss me off.
No idea, but yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to
I was
finish off the
waiting for
story.
it.
No.
Where's
I'm
it
just
going?
gonna end up butchering it.
So
it's
they
more.
said she's
It's more
nuts and
fresh.
she wasn't.
No, and she was.
Right,
no,
go on then.
You know, yeah. No, Tom, I want you to carry on because it's more fresh in your
Oh,
head.
okay. Well, so
It's-
the story
These words
everyone
get
everyone seems to
frustration
know
out.
is the fact that she was driving and she was like driving erratically and she spilled the coffee and she went to go and
Was it
sue
between
them
her
for money.
legs or something? Yeah.
But yeah, what actually happened was her grandson was driving. She was in the passenger seat, and she had it between her legs. But I don't know what the conversions are, but it was something to do with it in America. Like, so people would go out on coffee runs. So
Right.
like McDonald's. So the idea was you go on a coffee run and you'd still want the coffee to be hot when you got back to the office.
Yeah.
So
I get
everywhere had the coffee as absolutely as hot as it would go. Like it was like scalding.
That
And
was
she-
an accident waiting to happen then.
Well, so she said, okay, this was my mistake. I spilt it, but it gave her 3rd-degree burns on her legs and her lady bits. And
Lady
it
bits.
was horrendous, and it cost like
I can
tens of
imagine.
thousands of pounds or tens of thousands of dollars.
Healthcare and stuff, yeah.
Exactly. It was massive amounts. And she just said to McDonald's, I want just a bit of help with all of the with all the
and
medical
stuff, yeah.
bills.
No, I get
And
that.
they offered her like $150. So she took him to court all she took him to court for, just the medical bills. But the jury turned around and was like, no, that shit ain't gonna fly. And so they it was like 3 days coffee sales or something like that. So it was like $1 million something dollars.
Right.
But she basically.
Oh, what?
So
That
it
she
wasn't.
got?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, no, what she actually came out with is a lot less than that, just because of fees.
Yeah, but
and
still,
all
she
that kind of
came out
thing.
with a lot more than she anticipated going in with.
Right,
But-
and
Wow.
that's when the they control the media, as in like, I can't believe this. Now you can sue anybody for anything. Even this person sued McDonald's. So now
Yeah,
I think
exactly,
that's what started that all off.
Wow.
And
But then
So
if
it's-
they are putting it to that extreme heat, I mean, I can kind of get
Yeah.
it. If you're paying medical bills that expensive, that's
Yeah.
someone's
It's-
got to
it's
be
crazy.
accountable for it. Effectively, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. People will ask, like, I feel bad for her. I mean, I'm glad that she got the help that she needed, but yeah, the fact that she got that, and she'll always be known as the McDonald's coffee lady, and she's just greedy and all that kind of thing, and it's not actually the case. So there you go. Perceptions
Yeah.
changed, possibly.
She
That's
might
nice,
take them
isn't
to
it?
court for slander.
I don't think they can do, because it's not
I was
It's not really McDonald's actually saying it. It's
No,
other
I
groups
was
saying it. And
joking.
there's no way of
I was
proving
joking
it.
and it worked. It didn't work.
No, it didn't
Fuck
work
you.
at all. So how about you talk about your topic? What was your topic that you had? I say
My
topic,
topic?
but yeah, you just want to
I
go talk
didn't
about.
really have a topic. I was
You just
just
wanted to
gonna
complain.
whinge.
Yeah, just you go and have
Yeah.
a whinge. Go and have a whinge. We'll sit
There's
here and
like,
listen to you.
Yeah, we won't even interrupt. Go ahead.
like
Floor's all
just-
yours.
just-
No,
seriously.
Okay, you can,
No.
don't put them
going.
constraints on me, David.
Oh, I can actually do that over here now because I have control of your
No,
volume.
don't you dare.
No, I'm sorry, Tom, but you're gone now, and you can't actually say anything. You can
You
see
actually,
your
have you
mouth
actually
moving.
muted me?
Yeah,
You
see?
wanker.
Isn't that nice?
You absolute
Oh,
wanker.
Love
the
it.
power that I have
Absolutely
right now.
love it.
Oh,
Fucking
Chloe,
hate
you're talking
you.
way too much. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
now,
fucking hell.
now you're done too.
I did.
So the podcast is
Oh,
all
wow.
mine now. So I can actually, okay, I haven't got any talking, so I'm gonna turn them back
Such a
up.
wanker.
So sorry about that,
Such
guys.
a wanker.
There we go.
wow. Thanks.
Oh, am I back on?
Wow. You don't even know when you're not on it. You're just like, oh shit.
I do
Yeah,
the Tom all
there's
the
Right,
time.
can I
literally
complain
nothing.
now?
There's
Am I
nothing
actually
showing
allowed
on
to
the
complain
system.
No, I know. Am I
Oh,
actually
dear.
allowed to complain now?
No, Tom never listens to the
Yeah,
podcast,
go
so I was like, I can do it all I want.
Listen to me.
I'm kidding. I have no idea if you do or
you?
not.
You never reply to messages.
I do. I don't unless I'm prompted at least 3 or 4 times. I
Oh,
am
my
not great
God.
on groups. Chloe, go on.
What is
Right.
your topic? Uninterrupted.
So
No, go ahead.
so
Insist.
I'm just fuck you.
Come on. Let's go.
You are my problem. I was gonna say about impatient drivers, and you are obviously one of them. Right. So
I am
like
sometimes.
just people at the moment are just oblivious to what is going on, and it's just annoying, a little bit annoying. Like earlier, like I was only in my car, and I was about to get to a junction, and there's obviously a lorry coming opposite wanting to come down, and there's cars in the way, so I think, oh, do you know what? I know it's a lorry. He needs that
Yeah.
turning shunt. So I'm going to hold back, wait for him to come through. But no, fucking idiots that come up behind me, absolutely pelting it down, think, oh, she's just pulled over and parked up. Fucking tank it past me, nearly crash into the bloody lorry.
Wow.
And then it's all uproar, and you're just like, just look like ahead
Yeah.
of what is going on. And the other one I was in the lorry the other day actually, and I was going through, you know, as the roads like sort of narrow and then open up and then narrow,
Yeah.
and someone's got to wait. And I was already gone. I'm in the narrow bit going around a corner, and this woman, again another woman, absolutely tanking towards me. She was, I'm not going to deny it, absolutely tanking it towards me. Didn't stop, just kept going. And I was like, you're not going to fit down here. I'm already stopped at this point because I can't go anywhere. And she
Yeah.
literally nearly completely sideswipes me. And
Oh, wow.
like gives me the dirtiest look. And I was like, well, what do you expect me to do?
So
Like, literally. Who doesn't plan ahead? That's ridiculous.
what I do and what I found that you have to do, and when I learnt this was when I was in the Lake District.
Right.
That's where I learned it. You have to be. So I said. So I've done a video recently. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Except for access, I get to plug things too, David. Fuck you.
I think you've done this one more than once as well.
Yeah, no. But so I called it aggressive, but someone said proactive is a better word or something like that. Anyway, which in fairness I agree with. But For the purpose of this, I'm going to say aggressive, because you do have to be. Cause there's obviously commanding the road, and you have to be. Oh, I like that. Dominate. Oh,
domineering.
Yeah. That's dominating the traffic.
That's ASMR for you again.
Yeah. Wow, this went out of track. But if I don't think another car can get down past me, but I don't even. I'll let them even think about it. I will sit in the middle of the fucking white lines. Yeah. I will sit right in the middle, and that's where I'll stay. And like I'll do things like if I'm overtaking a vehicle that's like parked on the side.
Yeah.
Just because I know what cars behind me are doing, because what they try and do is because they see that they have to do the same, so they'll tuck in right behind you. But if someone's oncoming. Yeah, the amount of times I've nearly seen a crash because that person's then trying to push down. The fact is, you know,
and
they are committed.
Wait.
Well, I just stay out for a bit longer, and I just cruise in the other lane for like a good
The thing I do like doing, you know, is if you make a little mistake or something and you don't pull out at a junction soon enough because you see a gap and you don't do it and you think someone's judging me behind, so then I'll wait for the next junction, like the next gap, and I'll go really slowly as if I'm like extra heavy, just to be like, there's a reason why I'm not doing it, and I'm going really slowly and making it look like I'm so heavy,
just to prove a point. Even if you're empty,
I've done it for a reason.
Even if you're empty,
it just reminded me of that, of just like domineering and that, and just make yourself look good. Like, I'm making the space.
Yeah.
Now, in England, you guys have to do a drive test, I presume, correct? Showing that you can actually control a truck on the road.
Are you about to criticise our driving here, David?
No, I'm not. Why would I criticise European trucks? Jesus Christ, it's hard enough. Anyway, no, okay, I'm just wondering. Okay, let's just say, during your test over here, all right?
Right.
You, in order to make a right-hand turn, when I say right-hand turn, switch it around because we're driving the other side of the road, okay? So when we're making a right-hand turn, you gotta drive straight and then turn as well, and then you can't go left and then right in. You can't make a button hook, all right? So you gotta go forward and then right and then get into your lane. All right, you can't take up more space than you're needed. All right, so in other words, they want you to go on. They want you to go on oncoming traffic if it is there. You know, when you're making your right hand turn. All right, but that's not always available.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
But again, so when you are in your test, they basically will run you through the exact same course. So you're in school for like 3 weeks doing the exact same course every single day, multiple times. You're in the back seat watching other people do it, and it's just as in like that's not reality. All right. And that's what annoys me. So sometimes I will give advice, like I'll say as like this is one way to make a right hand turn, and you're taking up all the lanes because when you are making that right hand turn, there's somebody else in the left hand turn lane, and you can't use that space. So now you have to take every single lane, and then you cut in, and people are like, "No, you can't do that. You'll fail your test." I'm not, and like it's like, did you not hear the very start of my fucking video? All right, this is how this is sometimes how I want to talk to some of the people.
Yeah.
All right, as in like this is I'd even put a disclaimer. This is not for the CDL test or whatever. Right, I might have it in writing or whatever. And okay, but that's not reality. Reality is you just got to make that right hand turn without hitting anything. All right, it's as simple as that.
There are some places I found with trying to think what trailer it was I was using, but there was a trailer I was using where it did require a bit of extra room, and on that. So if I was turning right in America or such, I'll say if I'm turning left, I'll be in the right-hand lane, like almost fully in the right-hand lane. I'll tell you what it was. It was for the wagon drag. That's what it was for.
I did wonder, was it with wagon drag?
Yeah, it was for the wagon drag. That's what it was for. And I would sometimes get completely, cause if I had a trailer, I'd not be on that right-hand lane. Because even though they do turn okay.
They do follow, but you still do need to get yourself out there.
The truck needs a lot more room to get around.
It's more your truck, because you're the rigid, aren't you? So you still need that rigid sort of room, and then the trailer kind of follows.
Yeah, for definite, for that. So
there's so many people that just don't understand that.
I 100% would agree with that, David. Yeah, 100% agree with you. Like,
so, during your test, are you guys told to do that? Is there anything? What would make you fail your drive test? All right, you're making a right-hand turn.
Take the room if you need it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes you're better
Command
to take
the road. Command the road. That's something that you get
take both lanes.
Constantly
do it.
told.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing is if you make a mistake and you take the one lane and you fudge up, and all you had to do was just command the road a little bit more. You may as well.
I like that.
They just said, if you think you need the space, just take it. You're safer to take it than not, because then you're not going to have idiots coming up the side of you.
I don't think they say that to the students over here, like, especially because they're on the exact same route, and they won't go a route that's actually difficult. So they'll only put you on the route that'll actually so you pass. Again,
yeah.
It's like the people who are testing and the schools and all that. They don't care how good a truck driver you are. They just want you to pass. You know,
What's like the pass rate
it is the same.
Yeah.
What's like the percentage of pass
Only
rate?
thing is, I don't know what the pass rate is here. So it couldn't compare it.
Basically, there's like most schools have like a 99% pass. All right, they'll get you to pass. They'll get you to pass. And
Yeah,
but they will go as in like.
But then that might not be the first time though. You might have to do it a few times.
Yeah. I get you.
I'm sure as is like 60% or something. I might be completely wrong. I probably am very wrong. But I'm sure there's only like a 60% or something that, or even 40% that pass first time. Majority wise, you don't. Oh, there you go.
On my class 2, I failed twice.
Did you?
Yeah. On my class
Which
2.
one?
Pass
Sorry,
first
forgive
time,
me.
baby.
What's the
I
class
failed.
2 mean?
I failed my mod 4
Oh, Jesus, no. Everything's
because
going
my
over head.
instructor was dog shit. You know the one where you have to go. Say again, David.
Which one was mod 4?
I actually don't know what you're talking about. What's the class 4 and
right.
what's the class 2 and all that kind of junk?
Right. So
Sorry,
class
not that I need
class
to know.
2. Class 2 is a rigid vehicle.
Okay.
Class 1 is articulated. So you've got to do, like them the big the big ones that you have to you can rent out and just anyone with a car license can go and get in America.
Yeah.
You have to have it. You have to have a
58.9%.
license. No, well, you
Pass
weren't bloody
rate.
far off
Oh,
actually.
I was close.
Yeah, you weren't
Go
bloody
on,
far
sorry.
off at all.
Sorry, go on. I was excited. Go on.
So that's a class 2, class 1, and then you've got your theory, which is broken down into 2 parts. You've got all your questions, and you've got hazard perception. Then you've got the practical, and you've got something called mod 4. But the mod 4
Which is case
for
studies, isn't it?
well, no. So, or is it maybe?
It's,
maybe
it's
it is
the
as well.
CPC one, isn't it? Your mod 4.
It's the CPC.
It's like
but-
the case studies, yeah.
No, it's the one where you have to walk around, and he asks you
Oh,
questions
that
like,
one, yeah. So you've got the case studies, haven't you, with the
yes, there's that,
questiony
and then
one.
there's
And then you have to go on to the mod 4,
so
which
much.
is where, yeah, I know. And then you got to do the mod 4, like you say, which is literally you walk around going, there might be a man there, hidden.
oh yes, you have to do it. So you've got
Literally.
you've got to go around, and you've got to tell him where immigrants might hide
Yeah.
on the truck. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
This is completely
Really?
real.
Yeah.
So you've got to
you just look
point
round,
out,
yeah.
and you've got to identify where drugs might be and where immigrants might be.
And then you've also got to listen
Not
really
joking,
carefully.
this is
So you could fail.
completely real.
You could fail if you
It's
didn't
like,
point
You
that out.
could, and you
Yeah.
can also fail if you don't listen to the questions. So it's show me or tell me. So if
Yeah.
he says tell me, and then you don't listen properly, and then you go and show him, you can fail.
Well, that's right. That's that. Well, what? So he said, "Show me where drugs might be on the vehicle," and I said, "And where else might they be?" And I said, "They might be under the bonnet." And he says, "Well,
But 'cause you didn't
show me." And I said,
Oh
but
my
the guys
god, it's
know-
like Simon Says.
Like,
Jesus
but, no,
Christ.
but the guy was my instructor, who was dog shit, and he was fucking terrible. He didn't show me how to open up the bonnet on a truck.
Oh,
Never done it
no.
before. And I said, I've no idea. I can never feel around, but I don't know. I'm guessing it's somewhere in the cab. But it was I now know because I'm pretty sure. No, what was it? It was
No.
Was it a DAF?
What was it you were driving? Oh, I don't know on DAFs and that.
Oh no, it might be a Volvo. So I know where it is now, but I didn't.
So I nearly failed one of mine. Well, I failed one of them because I was so excited because I just passed. So I literally just like, my head just went, whoa, out of this zone. But then when I took the retest, the guys with like the instructors that were like helping me pass and everything, they turned around to me and just said out of ease, because obviously you got to show them how to use a ratchet strap or a chain tensioner, haven't you?
Yes, yeah.
And but then like it leads on from a question, so they'll ask you like, how would you secure a load of such and such, and then you say ratchet or chains. So I got told by my instructor, said no matter what, they just say ratchet strap. He said, even if it's metal, whatever. He said, answer's always ratchet straps. So I was like, oh, okay. He said, because that's the easiest one to do. So I'm like, okay. So, of course, he said metal. He said, how would you strap down steel, whatever, big bits of steel? I said, oh, ratchet strap with, like, protectors on it. Thinking, this doesn't sound right. But he told me, and he's going, are you sure about that? And I'm looking at him going... Yeah. Now you mention it, and possibly chains. And then, luckily he was so nice, and he kind of was like, And then I went and showed him chain, absolutely fine, passed. But he's like, why did you say ratchet straps? I was like, because I was told to.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah,
that's
so
ridiculous.
Why would you question it?
But yeah, that's like, even in my head though, I was thinking, is it right though?
So that there's that. I don't know, David. You probably know what we're talking about here, but there's in the solid side body vehicles. There's like fucking. I'm going to try and explain this, and it's not going to go well in the slightest.
Right.
But there's like there's a
solid
there's that,
side bodies.
The bar thing that goes
so
across.
Oh,
yes, yeah.
But, right.
Yeah. Is that what it's called?
We call them loadlocks.
Right, okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I've never seen someone use one of them before.
I got a video on it.
But have you?
Have you
Apparently
actually?
they're a bit.
Oh, wow,
Actually,
they're a bit irrelevant.
That's me entered.
I didn't think we were using them in the UK anymore anyway.
Oh,
They're
right,
not
well,
the
that's why
greatest. A lot of trailers now, they actually have these metal parts go up and down, right? And you can actually you have the straps. They're basically, you could have ratchet straps or whatever, right? And they actually clip
internal straps
to the metal, and on both sides, and then you can either ratchet it or you can just pull, and
that's clever.
So I prefer to
go.
use those. Like, remember when I said that I hate hauling beer loads. Is because a lot of people use the load locks, but they don't use them perfectly. Like, if you watch my video,
right.
Okay, this is not a plug, but I'm just saying, if you go to my channel, my trucking skills, all right,
David, you're
click on,
plugging
shut
your
the fuck
channel,
up,
it's ridiculous.
Jesus fucking Christ, let me finish. But there is an actual video, and I use them all, and I explained how they can fail. All right, so if you do put it up, you can just pull it right off.
Yeah.
All right, that's not going to stop anything.
Okay.
All right. No. So, but if you put another load lock up and then do it, you can take the other one will just fall off. All right. And now the next one won't come off because you've actually it's like.
Oh, I see. Because you've like
it pushes the walls out.
Yeah.
All right. So now you can you can do it again, but you're probably going to damage the sidewall. All right, because you can keep
That's
going,
clever.
and you will make that
eventually bulge it. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I do have a video, and fuck it, I'm going to put a link in the description for you guys just to make it a little easier.
Oh, do it.
Okay.
Fucking do it.
But we have there's like bars as well that you can just clip in to the side. Again, we use airbags. Remember, I was talking about airbags one time?
Oh yeah. You know what? I was thinking about the airbags actually. Yeah.
Not actual airbags.
Yeah. So we just. I don't know if we did that.
It's clever stuff. Like.
Yeah. We do what we have to do to make that load not fall. So yeah.
I
just do skips.
It's all good. I was watching Torchwood, so I've been really watching it with my girlfriend, and fucking love Torchwood. But we've talked about this previously. There's this scene where there's a truck, and funny thing is, where they are is they're at Bristol Fruit Market, somewhere that I've been many times. I've got a video of me actually at Bristol Fruit Market. So there's this truck there, and like
Can you not superimpose them on it for the fun of it?
I don't know, but so I'm watching this bit, and there's these two scenes where they're looking at this cafe and like, that's not there. That's not there. Where they're looking at, it's not there. And then they get into the truck, and so the truck has got. I'm pretty sure the truck that they're using is the. Do you know? Have you ever seen the TV crew trucks?
What with the trailers?
So they've got the TV crew trailers, and like they're clearly for the celebrities to kind of have the makeup done. I'm pretty sure it's one of the trucks that they use that they've used for a proper full size curtain size trailer. But then there's this scene where they kind of crawl up under the curtain and they get in, and I'm like, I said to them, there's no straps. They've not used straps. That's literally a full truckload of potatoes and it's double stacked. There's not a single fucking strap anywhere. I can see that there's even... and I'm going through it and going, well, that's not good. I mean... and then there's this scene, so there's like these two straps that are undone where they've crawled up underneath it. And the driver's going past and he sees it and he's like looking and he kind of gets inside the truck to see if someone's got in there. No, that doesn't happen. I've on many occasions gone past and gone, oh, there's a couple of buckles. There you go. Never occurred to me, oh, someone's crawled inside that. No, just a couple of straps have come undone. That's all that's happened.
Yeah, that's because it happens.
Exactly, yeah. As watching stuff as a truck drive is terrible. Yeah.
Oh, it so is.
we have spoke about that before. About
different
movies and all that. And again, there's just so many culprits. Even when it's an actual trucking movie. I know, like I can't remember what it was. The one with Liam Neeson.
That one. I do want to watch that. Yeah.
Oh, is he any good or not?
It's a good enough movie, but you'll be criticizing the fuck out of it.
Is it really like that? Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like immediately straight off the bat. You see him inside, and like, oh, he's driving a Kenworth. All right, because you see the Kenworth logo, and then you get out, and then you get a picture from inside. Like, that's that bloody Peterbilt. Like, no way would he ever have a steering. I'm like, come on, it was just the logo too. You know, again, there was just one.
So they've used two completely different trucks?
I think so. I do believe, like, unless you can. I didn't know you could mix and match steering wheels. You know,
surely a trucking movie is going to attract truckers.
Yeah, truckers.
Absolutely.
It'd be like making a football movie and then getting nothing about football correct, because you know you've got a demographic you're going for. There's very clearly a demographic.
I tell you where there is a demographic for that. So obviously I like horses and I've been horse riding. And if you ever watch like a horse riding series, if you ever watch a horse riding series or anything like that, you literally sit there and criticize everything. Because it's the same sort of
horse riding series. Is this a thing that's actually... When you say a horse riding series, are you talking about...
What's that Tobey Maguire movie with the horse riding? He was...
Downton Abbey.
Oh, no, Secretariat. Is that one?
Oh, no. This was
no, that's a bloody good
He's a race horse. He's a race
I know
the
one you mean. Yeah. But no, it's the same sort of thing, though. You'll watch it and you'll go, well, that's not right.
Seabiscuit.
Why would you do that? Seabiscuit's brilliant.
That's it.
Is it really?
That's the Tobey Maguire one, yeah.
What? Wait, did I actually get it?
That is actually it.
Yes! That was a complete guess! I'm so proud of myself right now.
In that trucking movie too, they jackknifed and tipped over and then just use another truck to tip them back up again. Seriously.
What? On the back on the road?
Yeah. On the ice. The truck
no problems.
Went onto its side, breaking the mirrors. And and then they use the other truck's winch.
What? And then they start speeding off. Mirrors are fine. No damage.
Oh god, it's so upsetting sometimes. Like, nope, that wouldn't happen. No.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah.
What? So they just tip it back over and off they go.
Yep.
Continue with the delivery. No issues.
Don't check it over. Don't go. Get a mechanic out. Get a new truck out. Reload it. Check the straps. Are the straps all good still?
What about the load? Forget about the straps. What about the load?
I can't remember what the load was.
The load.
I think it might. I don't know. I think it might.
Clearly, something that's not breakable. Diamonds.
I can't remember. I think it was drills or something or another. I can't remember. It was just something. They weren't supposed to be going over the frozen lake because it was too early in spring, and it was like, and then of course, Leslie.
Oh,
not Leslie
I
Nielsen.
think I've seen
What's his name?
a thing, isn't it? Like
Liam Neeson.
Yeah. Isn't there a reason
Leslie Nielsen. That's the guy from Airplane, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
There's like a supply or something, isn't there? That they need.
Just FYI, very quickly, I would watch that film. I would watch that film of Leslie Nielsen driving a truck in the ice. I would 100% watch that. Sorry, go on, Chloe.
That's what I was saying. I think they just needed extra stuff. I don't know. I'm lost.
They needed extra stuff. Thank you for that little end input there. That was absolutely beautiful.
I in my input, and then you were like, "Go on, Chloe. Go on.
Go on. No pressure.
No pressure. All the pressure. All of it right now.
Okay, my favorite one, though. I know I'm basically a broken record now, but my favorite one was in Tango and Cash when Sylvester Stallone was shooting at a truck that was coming towards them, and they both slammed on the brakes, and the two drivers went straight through the windshield. Didn't hit anything. They did is slam on the brakes, and it was just like, no. That's
Do you not
how
find
that
your
works.
your film life is a bit ruined now you're a trucker
Yeah.
and you understand it?
Just a little bit.
And-
Before
and-
you just watch it and go, "Wow, this is amazing," and now you're like, "Oh, yeah, that's not happening."
I can imagine
before-
it's like that for any profession, like fireman or like
Yeah.
anything. Imagine it being the fireman and watching a fireman film.
Daryl's
Fireman
like
film?
if he watches like an army film or something, and he goes, "That's not right. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
That's not the right gun. This isn't the right bullet." He's like, what?
Before I started truck driving, right? I honest to God, I thought that everybody gets their load information from a CB. I thought the entire. I had no idea there was
What,
computers.
like a CB radio?
Yeah, because everyone. It's just. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I was, and then I was like, "What's a computer?" Oh, okay. Or there's obviously there's cell phones. You know, every single truck stop actually had not cell phones. Sorry, they had phones on every table, as in like.
Really?
Yeah, every table had.
What, to ring the
had a phone.
office?
Yeah, to ring the office. Because every office had their own 1-800 number, and you could just.
Can you imagine not having mobiles and having to go find?
Well, you guys don't even know what it's like to actually drive without a GPS.
No, I wouldn't.
And like,
No.
I wouldn't have
I
a
know what
clue.
that's like, and man, you had to be very careful. It was like, yeah, totally, yeah. Anyway,
Well, we
Wow.
had a lad who came in and he was driving just off maps, and he was like throughout the day he was running an hour slower than the rest of us.
Really?
Across the day. Cause
of course, he's old
he
school,
wasn't
yeah.
using GPS.
He
Yeah.
used it before GPS.
Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't use one. Didn't like the technology.
We've got one guy at my place who still loves maps, absolutely loves maps.
Oh, I
and he'll
love
go
maps,
to a job, and then he'll come and tell me, and he'll go, "All right, Chloe, start telling me about this job," and he'll get the map out where he's ticked it off, and he'll go through the whole map, and I'm just like, "What? Literally, what? This has gone straight in my head."
It is that.
I'm like,
that
if I've
thing
got an
of-
issue, I'll just give you a ring. Literally.
like, it's that thing of the guy comes up to you and goes, and I've had it so many times where someone comes up to me and they go, and I know I've said this before, but and they'll come to me and go, you need to drive down the 553, and then
What?
you'll come to Red Bank, and then at Red Bank you'll go down the B6251. You'll go down there for 6.2 miles, and then when you get to there, you'll get to the place, and then you'll go down the A1626 this, and then I'm nodding away at them and going, all
Yeah.
right, yeah. I lost
Straight
them
over your
at the
head.
first A. That's where I lost them. Beyond that, I have I don't
Or
remember.
even not even that, like just literally first roundabout, turn such and such, and then do this, that, and you're like, yeah, no worries. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, really, thanks. You start driving, going, what the hell was I just told?
Yeah, I pick up on one thing. If they say there's
Yeah.
a red post box, I'm
I
like,
remember that
yep,
bit.
that part there, and
But then you'll spend the whole time looking for that post box, and you'll be like completely on the wrong track, an hour down the road, going, it's post
exactly,
box.
yeah.
My
Don't-
my
give me
attention
a
span
GPS.
is absolutely terrible. When I could be at a big customer now, like there's like it's like a mill, and there's pipe. You know the ones
Yeah.
that have the pipes are going overhead and everything, and it's just big huge. But and of course the security guard will give you directions. I'm like,
Oh
After-
shit!
So
this is
please
a
tell
good
me
point.
you
You're
have a map.
right.
you know what I mean? You don't have a map? Okay, then whatever you just think what you're about to say to me is not going in here.
Just give it to
Okay,
me, yeah.
so unless it's a simple make a right and there it is, which would still make me panic. You know, like honestly, I actually panic when people give me directions, and so I'll get my phone out, and that way I'm like, okay, this, okay, and okay, now I'm clear, because I don't want to get lost
Yeah.
in here, because you make a wrong turn,
Yeah.
as in like, damn, you're blindsiding out of somewhere now at this point, you know. But
Yeah.
no, I panic. I absolutely panic with instructions.
So I have something that happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I went to a quarry, and
Right.
so there's this. You get past the weighbridge, and there's this fork. The concrete kind of goes off to the right a little bit, and then goes round and goes into whatever. The guy said, so I said, where am I going? He says, go straight on all the way down, and then you'll come to a hook round, go to the right, then come round on yourself and do this and this and this. Right, okay, not a problem at all. So I go straight. I follow the concrete, because he says, go straight.
Mm-hmm.
And I continue
Right.
round to get into this fucking tight little concrete plant. Someone comes running over to me and goes, what are you doing?
That's what you're
I said,
told.
follow the guy's instructions. And he
Oh,
said, go
no.
straight. And he's like, well, no. When it says go straight, he means literally it's in a straight line. Don't follow the concrete. Right. I'm sorry, but if there's a concrete road that's going off, and even though it's going off to the right, I'm following that straight. What he means says go left where the mud is, and then head down the hill down that way. So that's not the right instructions. Exactly.
Because you'd think I would give you that. You'd think follow the actual road that is
or
pretty obvious to you.
they'll say like turn left at the warehouse. Or you'll say it's next to the big warehouse. You get in there. There's 15 of them. Well, which fucking one? Which one? And I had one where I went into a spot. By the way, I think you might have just found something that really irritates me, David. This is now something I'm really angry about.
I've got something in a minute, but yeah, keep
go on.
Now.
Well, I got in this place, and he said, "Oh, the bay's by this big warehouse." I was like, right, fine. Fucking drove around for about 5 minutes, found this bloody place, got to the bays, and found the 6mm bay. Started to tip. Guy comes running over. What are you doing? No! You shouldn't be tipping here.
Oh my
God. What? I said, what do you mean? It says tipping the 6mm bay in the bunkers by the big warehouse. Oh no, he means the other one.
Oh God.
I said, so there's 2 bunkers, both by big warehouses, both with 6mm bays. Yes.
And this is the first time this has ever happened?
Should this not have been on instructions?
Yeah.
Or
that should have been a little bit more obvious.
Because it says, oh, no, it needs to be in the Viking one. Does it say Viking by it? No, it doesn't say Viking by it. So how the fuck am I supposed to know that? Anyways, right. David, please get me off this because I'm angry about this now.
Okay, mine is in America.
Wow.
This has always upset me. When they say, when they're talking about what day of the week, okay? So, hey, let's go ahead and meet up next Wednesday, okay? Now, that depends on what the day currently is, okay? If it's a Tuesday and you say next Wednesday, okay, you can pretty much assume that's like a week from tomorrow. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
All right. Let's say.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah, because it's.
Yeah.
Let's hold on.
Yeah.
So it's Monday. Okay. So next Wednesday. No, I'm kind of half questioning it. Like, are you talking about this Wednesday?
And I think next Wednesday is still because if it was this Wednesday,
week,
if it was this Wednesday, it would be
or just Wednesday.
This Wednesday coming. Next Wednesday is the week after. I would personally say.
So if it's a Saturday, let's say it's Saturday. All right, next Wednesday,
Right,
I want to meet up.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. At that point there, I am starting to question it. Like
Okay. At what point do you not question it, though? Sunday? Next Wednesday? But here's the thing. Okay, so, all right, hear me out. You're at a bank. Next. Oh, he wants you, mate. Well, you're next up in line. It's the next one.
Yeah.
If you're Monday,
Yeah.
if you're Monday and you say and you say next Wednesday, well, shouldn't that be in 2 days' time? You know what I mean? Now, here's how I feel that it's not confusing in England and Ireland. All right, we'll say this Wednesday. We never say next Wednesday. All right, we say Wednesday week.
We just say Wednesday.
You say Wednesday week. All right, you know what I mean. But the fact that people are using as a next Wednesday as a form of like telling people what the day is completely wrong. The reason why it's completely wrong, and this is a fact, is that people question it. People never question this Wednesday. People never question Wednesday week. So it is absolutely not. It is perfect in England and Ireland, but it's completely fucking flawed because nobody's on the right page or whatever when it comes to that. So they need to stop fucking using it. Sorry, it has caused a lot of problems. There's this one of my friends one time, right?
So when they say next Wednesday, they could be if it's on a Monday, and they say next Wednesday, well, they could be talking about this Wednesday coming.
I suppose you could, because next
Some people
Wednesday
could,
potentially is
but
the
again,
next Wednesday coming up.
Yeah, some people argue that, well, it depends if because the start of the week is a Sunday. Well, I thought the start of the week is a Monday. You know what I mean?
Would you class... So if you're on Saturday or Sunday, would you go next week? Would you class that as the week coming or the week after?
There you go. So the fact that we're having this conversation, the fact that we're actually trying to figure it out, means it's wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you? Like, my buddy was organizing a party one time. There was like 20 of us, and he got onto Facebook and just made a little simple group. All right, so hey, on next, it was like, I think it was like a Monday. All right?
Yeah.
And he said, next Saturday, we're all going to meet here. Half the people showed up. And then he didn't show up because it was like, I said next Saturday.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
5 days
no.
time. I was like, no, the one afterwards. Because if you're on this day, like, dude,
Oh, no.
you fucked up.
If it's that far
Alright,
ahead,
but
you would
you know what I mean?
specify the date. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but he's
Well,
yeah.
I would say this Saturday coming. If it was
Absolutely,
that Saturday,
you would
and I would
say
say
that.
next
I'll say this
Saturday,
Saturday.
the Saturday
People in
It's
England
after.
are-
following.
will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, they again, it's just, and it's not just me. Like, I will listen. I will, as every time I hear, okay, next Saturday, you always get a clarification from the other person. All right, meaning as in, like, because it's not clear. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know? So anyway,
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
my huge beef about people, and the argument with the fact that we're arguing means you're wrong. All right, there shouldn't be an argument. Straight up. All right,
You're just wrong.
Yeah.
It's a good point. It's one of them things where if someone sat there and it's something that there shouldn't be an argument over, but they're sat there adamantly trying to defend their position, something's fucky. Something's fucky, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Just because he was correct, and he was correct, all right, you're still wrong, because not everybody plays by that rule. So you can't presume that you're understood, even though you're 100% correct.
Always presume some people are fucking idiots.
Oh, I do
That-
all the time.
In
Oh,
fact,
yeah, that's-
that is.
yeah.
In fact, is that a
that's
T-shirt? Is that a T-shirt?
I think
that-
this is where the
that is-
whole
that-
podcast was going, was it not? We've just literally been whinged about everyone.
Can that be? Wait. Oh no, that can't be a title. I was going to say, always presume
just-
some people are fucking idiots. No, that's too long for a
We don't, have
title.
to say, we don't have to say fucking idiots. We could just
Yeah.
abbreviate it and then have people guess what we're talking about.
Assume you're an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
You,
it.
sir, are an idiot.
it's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. Shall
I
we?
think, yeah. I
Shall we
think
wrap
we've,
this up on that bombshell? What have we got? T-shirts. Go and buy a T-shirt.
Yeah.
We've got T-shirts. This isn't one of them. This is a NASA T-shirt.
This is
Oh, no,
the.
no, not
But
that
in
one.
fairness, none of
Navy.
us remembered to put the proper T-shirts on. So
Mine are on order.
Mine have yet to be
I'm pretty sure
ordered.
I'm on. Wait,
What?
have you got them on order?
Yeah,
you already have them?
I've got the new ones. You know, my new stickery ones.
Oh, right. Have you got them ones?
I
Oh,
ordered
right.
some. Yeah.
Well, are they
Waiting
on
for 'em.
the? Are they on now? Are they live?
Oh, they're online. Yeah, yeah. Go
All right,
check it
okay.
out.
So yeah, we've got brand new T-shirts up for the podcast, and loads of other cool merch. Is it a mug as well?
Oh, I
There
could
is-
put it as
yeah, there's a
mug.
mug.
It needs to be a
Oh,
mug.
and a pillow. Should we do a pillow as well on it?
Oh my word,
Love a
definitely
pillow.
do a pillow. In fact, tell you what, there you go.
Where's your pillow?
There you go, a pillow just there.
Ah,
And
oh,
they're-
it's
I
quite
like
big
my sound pillow.
actually.
They're only limited. They're selling out so quickly. You got to get it really quick. All right, just.
We're
No,
doing
I think
this
we
again.
have like four left. No.
If it,
Four left, yeah.
what we
Get
can
going
say
now.
is, if you go and get one, if you go and get a T-shirt or something like that, you will help us. You will support the podcast.
Oh yes,
and
massively.
end of the day, we need help. We just need
We
help.
need the love.
For fuck's sake,
Give us some
we
love.
need help. Please give us money. There we are. That's that. There are costs involved in this. Jesus Christ, there are. And we have. Can we talk about your podcast, Chloe?
My podcast.
Is it live?
Yeah, so we've got a one with the girls coming on, haven't we? It's still in the pipeline. We've started.
Oh, is it?
doing
Oh, right.
it.
So,
What's it
we're
gonna-
not
what's it gonna be
announcing it
called?
fully yet.
Well, no, can we announce it?
Is it called Chloe's podcast?
Tell you
Oh,
what.
we
How
could
about?
do. Why not? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No,
Do you-
the
do you
girls
wanna-
would
do you
kill
wanna-
me.
Do you want a message and just make sure that you can announce it on this podcast? And I will talk about. Go on to, if you can, on iTunes if you're using it. Go and give us. Go and review us. Don't have to give us 5 stars. Just 4 stars will be fine. 5's perfect, but 4's great. Give us write something. Say
Don't give
how
us
great
3
we
stars. That doesn't do anything for us.
are. No, don't. Why would you give 3 stars? At least if you're gonna. Right.
Give us 5.
Don't give
So
3.
one,
Don't give
so
3
we know we're
stars.
messing up. Or give us, give us a
Exactly.
5. Jesus,
Exactly.
yeah.
What does 3 stars tell you? What does 3 stars say?
Mediocre.
You know,
It's all right.
I got a 1-star one time on my game, and he actually had a bunch of great stuff to say about it. All right.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Oh yeah, by the way, you can't play all the levels. You have to at a certain point you got to pay for them." And then he gave me 1 star. All compliments, except for he gave me 1 star because eventually he
Oh
didn't want it.
shit!
I was like,
One
"You
second.
asshole!"
One
Like
second.
the game is The game is good. Why would you like? Because he's too cheap. Like seriously,
why
it cost me a lot
Just
of
'cause you
money
didn't wanna
and
pay
time
for it.
to make this game. Like surely I should get paid for my efforts. I don't know.
Yeah,
It was just like
100%.
it was on iTunes it was on the Apple version or whatever, and you're not allowed really because they're customers. You can't say nasty shit to them.
But we're
so many
complaining about
times.
them right now.
Or people would complain about the controls. I'm like, just get used to them, you fucking moron. Seriously, just get used to them. Jeez, it'll take a few minutes. All right, just like you're on a fucking phone. Obviously, you don't have a steering wheel.
Just fucking deal with it.
Seriously,
David,
you will get
David,
used to it.
here you go. I've got a review for you. This is a comment on my latest video that I've got up. This
Okay.
is wild. This right. So I'm going to read it, and I'll read it exactly how it is. I'm not going to read the guy's name just because I'm not going to not dox, but. Right, 1 second.
But you can
one
go and
second.
find it.
Let me. I'm sure you can if you want to. But this is it. So obviously,
Come on then.
right. I'll read it as it's written. I'm sorry. I hate people who think because they own the roads, drive a truck, they own the roads. I already dealt with a moron truck driver 2 days ago. I just want to point out I don't. Mall truck drivers are moron. It was this one. There was some roadworks going on. I wanted to go across a roundabout and roundabouts. That interests you, David. I wanted to go
Here's the
across a
pipe down.
roundabout and deliberately pulled out and blocked the entrance where I was heading because he didn't want to miss his slot on the roundabout. So I beeped the horn, and even though he was in the wrong and he told me to beep off, but I did have the last laugh. I got the number of the truck and reported him to his company, and he got reprimanded.
And hang on, was this like against you? So you were getting the blame for this?
I don't know. Is that against
Or
me?
he just wanted to tell you a story?
It feels like he wanted to complain about this driver, but let's be honest.
But it does say not all truck drivers are moron, or whatever it said. Something along those lines.
A moron.
Does it? Does it?
Yeah, did it not?
Does it say that? Where
It said something about truck driver moron. It wasn't like the best grammar. I'm not gonna lie.
Have you ever? I
hate
know this
people-
isn't the topic, but have you ever tried getting someone fired because of some stupid thing that they've done?
No, have you?
No, but I've wanted to. Jeez, I was at Disneyland. I was at Disneyland there a few days ago, and there was a security guard. So you can rent for old people or anybody who wants to. You can rent a scooter. All right, it's just so because there's a lot of walking around. So there was this old Asian guy, and there's a reason why I say Asian. All right, and not just an old guy. And he had his grandson or whatever was kind of sitting in between his legs. So just kind of so he doesn't have to walk either. And there was a security guard come up to him, as in like, "Hey, you cannot do that. If I ever see you doing that again, I'm gonna kick you out of here." As in like, dude, you do not talk to Disney guests like this. Is what I want to say.
Yeah.
And as in like,
I didn't think you could if you were at Disneyland.
yeah, as in like, why? It's just the fact that he spoke to him like that, and I just looked at him and like, you were a racist. Because he would not have actually said that if it was just, I just looked at him as like, no, you just, I would love to get him fired because you just like, remember that one dude who took
There was no need for it.
who took the ring away from that one guy who was he was proposing to his wife
Yeah,
or his
yeah.
fiance or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like
that's
that guy
fair.
got reprimanded, I imagine. You know what I mean? It's just that you
Yeah.
don't talk to guests like that ever. And I just feel like because the guy was Asian, as in like that's why he did it. 'Cause he just looked like a racist.
I have got one. I have got one, and wasn't trying to get him fired, but I did complain to a company about a driver once, and
Yeah.
I'll explain it when I explain the ending. You'll understand. But so I'm following this car. I'll talk about the car I was following by in a second, but I was following this car, and this Dewson's van driver came along and tried to cut in and tried to push in between me and this other car. I'm trying to keep the distance between this car, and
Right.
I wasn't letting him in, and I'll explain why I wasn't letting him in before. And I picked my horn, and then he then tried to shove his van in front of me, gave me the finger, was shouting abuse at
wow.
me, all of this. And yeah, I wrote a formal complaint, I contacted the manager. Now, it doesn't sound that bad, that story, except we were in a funeral procession. and I was following the fucking
my
the
God.
actual. I was following the coffin.
Oh,
I was behind the
no.
fucking coffin, and we were all travelling slowly. And he tried to, and I'm like, "Are you fucking joking me?
Oh,
Are you
no.
actually fucking joking me right now?" So yeah, he got a complaint. And I said,
Oh, wow.
My
Yeah, I couldn't fucking
ex-wife,
believe that.
she made me actually call on a truck driver one time. The truck driver was changing lanes, and we were literally right next to him, and he just kept pushing us over, like we were on the shoulder. All right, he pushed us onto the shoulder, and not like physically pushed, but making sure we don't hit him. And we're beeping our horn and everything, so we had to slam in the brakes and get behind him. But she made me, we had to pull up right next to him, get his truck number, and we called up. And the thing is, more than likely, nothing happened to him. You know what I mean? It's just I wasn't going to
well,
maybe I don't know.
Someone tried to get me fired once.
Ooh.
did they? Go on.
Yeah. When I was on the weighbridge, obviously I had authority. And a customer...
Wait,
I won't say
right,
his name.
one second. Hold there a second. David.
That goes back to another
David,
podcast.
let's play a game. What happened?
Oh, no.
Let's play a game of what happened. I would say that she was being a bitch. That's what I think.
I don't,
Right.
well, hold
Well,
on. Don't give away the
Oh.
answer.
Okay, go on.
Don't
Right,
give
this
away
is
the
no,
answer.
Chloe. You have no part in this. We're guessing
Well,
as to what
turns
happened.
out you're wrong. You're wrong immediately. I would say
Right,
she
come on,
was.
bring it on. Bring it on.
Okay, I actually need to know what a weighbridge is first.
It's
Okay, it's weighing on trucks.
Weighing
weights.
on trucks.
Yeah,
Oh,
to get weights for
you're
prices.
checking your weights. Okay, cool.
yeah.
Right, a scale.
What
Alright.
do you want? Oh, a scale. Okay, right. Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Scale.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay,
it's a
all right.
scale. A scale.
Oh, I think you
bridge.
took too long.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So what's your answer? What's your
So-
thoughts?
Yeah.
This dude. So obviously we have general customers come in, and this dude didn't like me. Just took an instant dislike to me. Certain people just don't seem to like women on there and stuff. And
Yeah, you're doing
anyway,
a man's job.
he.
Yeah.
Well, obviously. All right, fuck you.
It's a great impression of a man there.
I basically weighed this dude on. He'd not even got out of the truck. I got to a point where I was so fast at doing it that, like, I saw him coming and I was like, I don't like this guy. He doesn't like me. He's always quite rude. So I quickly weighed him on. So as he came up to the window, I'm like, you're in. Like, literally, like, fuck off, you're in.
Yeah.
So he goes off down. He comes back and then I weigh him out before he even gets out. And then he comes over to the window and he's like, I recorded my weight before I went down there. You've weighed me in wrong. I'm looking at this ticket. You're trying to charge me more money. I was like, no, I'm not. Like, tried to explain the situation. And then he literally, like, storms out the weighbridge, runs round to my boss and literally starts kicking off going, she's trying to overcharge me because she hates me. And literally absolutely flipped out. And honestly, it went, like, crazy. And I got spoken to. And, oh, my God, it was mental.
But I don't know. Now I have a basic understanding of physics, but
Right.
a weighbridge.
I accidentally called someone big once.
I can imagine you did that. But a weighbridge takes the weight of something, right?
Yeah.
And you can't manipulate the weight of something
No.
because it weighs
Not unless I
what it
manually put
weighs.
it in. But then it gives you a code. If
Sorry.
you've properly
Pardon
weighed
me.
it in, it gives you a
Yeah.
code to say it's been weighed properly.
Yeah. And they're
So,
calibrated.
yeah.
Someone comes out and
Yeah.
actually fully fucking.
He reckoned
actually-
he was like 100 kg out or something, which was like an extra, I don't know, 20 quid, whatever. But yeah, and then this other dude with
tell you
asbestos
what.
is really expensive, right? And one guy got out and weighed himself in, and he was the bigger guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then they went down tipped, right? And then they came back, and then the really little weedy guy got out and came to the weighbridge. Just like, you're gonna have to swap. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, you're gonna have to swap over. He's like, why? I was like, because he's bigger than you. And he went over, wound it right up, and he goes, you need to get out. She says you're fatter than me. He
I
comes
had
over going, am I big, am I? I was like, oh my God, this is awkward. Yeah, go on, sorry.
I
You
had
just
to tell a
reminded
student-
me.
I had to tell a student one time that he needed to actually get into the back seat, into the back area because
Oh, really?
we were too heavy on the front. And again, only because, like, dude, it doesn't matter. It didn't matter because he was a big guy, but it wouldn't matter because
Yeah.
we were a couple of hundred over.
Yeah.
And so, like, just to make sure, because when we actually, it's just because we were at the point, a 5-year-old would make it too heavy. You know what I mean? So, but it was just more like
Right.
I felt bad,
Yeah.
like, actually, because
But he was
there is a
proper
weight distribution.
heavy.
You know what I mean? So you gotta
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so yeah, okay. I
Have
did
you
feel bad.
have you ever had to lift a door? I'm not saying. By the way,
Lift
I'm not
a
saying that
door?
I'm sorry.
I'm not saying that I've ever done this.
Lift
This
the
is
door.
just a hypothetical circumstance.
But you need
So
to explain. Lift the
Yeah,
door.
you need to explain.
Right. So,
Why are we whispering?
You don't have to
should I be
whisper.
saying this or not?
Oh, you've got to
You
now.
should be.
This is
Right.
like
I
an
can-
extra long podcast.
So-
We're
I
going with all your
I-
secrets.
I can edit it out. But anyway, go ahead.
It's
Tom.
quite
Go on.
bad. We might have to edit
Go on
this
then.
out 'cause it's
Whisper
really bad.
it. Whisper it. It'll be fine.
So obviously, you get on the weighbridge, and
Yeah.
it'll show whatever the weight is. But if you're
oh,
over,
I know this story. I think.
so if you're over,
right.
so obviously if you're over, you can get out of the weight out of it.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's like
and-
for me, that's like 100+ kilos. I'm 6'10". I'm a
Right.
big guy. But then if you still need a little bit more, you can open the door and lift the bottom of it.
Oh wow.
And you can take about 50+ kilos off the weight of the truck.
And how do you
Depending
weigh it
how
at the
strong
same
you
time,
are.
though?
Because
No,
you're
no,
off,
so
you're off on the
you're
side.
I'm standing on the concrete, and when I say I'm talking hypothetically. I've never done this before, but you stand on the concrete, you lift the door up, and it will reduce the weight down on the way because you're taking some of the weight.
No, hey, you do what you got to do.
Oh, God.
You know, as
I
long
mean,
as
in
you're
all
not
fairness,
too
fairness,
far
though,
away.
if you get pulled over, they're going to go, well, you'd be like, well, it weighed
Well, no, because
correctly at that
technically,
end.
I think the weight you're allowed to be for an Arctic it's 44, like 280 or something. Like
88 ton.
600.
We actually did some research the other day, from what I understand. So if you're a
Yeah.
smaller vehicle, 5% over, you can effectively get away with.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Arctics, it's anything under a ton, because I've started reading all these forums, and
Yeah.
some people weighed in. I think someone got pulled over and he weighed at 44.98, and they literally turned around to him and said, if you were that 20 kilos more, you would have on the spot
damn.
fine. He said, but you are that lucky that you're just under it, that you're fine, and you're just getting away with it. So there must be that limit of 100, like 1,000, a ton over
reason-
is the limit over.
The reason is rain. That's the reason.
Oh,
for
it probably would explain that, yeah.
Because like for the old school tippers, that was
Yeah.
like hauling mud, and well, even modern ones where they're hauling mud and just the rain can just go in it. Well, if you think you're doing that, if you sit there all night and you've got the mud in the back of it and it's heavy rain,
Yeah, that's going to get
easily
heavy.
build up a ton.
Yeah.
Easily
But
build
wait-
up a ton.
I got a
But
ticket one time because I fueled. I had an empty tank when I got loaded, and then I scaled, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, good." And then I filled up my 200-gallon tanks,
And then you get your
and then
lunch in the truck. And
and then
All adds up.
I went through a weigh station, and I was overweight, and I got a ticket because I forgot about the
really?
fuel.
So we've got because there's also that grey area. We're like lucky with skips. If the lorry kind of struggles a little bit, you're like, it's kind of all right. But you're
Yeah.
going to your nearest weighbridge, so you've got that grey area. You
Yeah,
can get
yeah.
away with it. And then you're at the weighbridge, you're going to tip, aren't you? You're not going to go back.
Yeah.
So we're quite lucky we can get away with that stuff. But it's people then that just like take out and they're like, it's only a little bit. Fuck it, it'll be all right.
I will say, and this is like for long distance ones. And I'm not saying that I've ever done this, but I do know some drivers that do it. Allegedly.
Yeah.
But like if you've got like a 5-6 hour run ahead of you, and you're being paid on weight, then what you do is you basically you can work off it, and if like you need fuel just before, you just little give it a little sup, just a bit of a sup, so you keep the fuel
Just
as
a splash.
low as possible, keep the AdBlue as low as possible.
Just keep topping
Well,
it up.
Well, you've got to think you've got
Yeah,
this
but
part
then
of,
you've
like,
got you got to stop all the time.
yeah, I know, but then you've got nearly half a ton of fuel on board. So if you keep it low and just give it sups until you get to the site, and then you go and fill up fully for the full journey, and that way you can have your full 44 tons on when you leave the site. Not saying that I've ever done that. I'm just saying I know it's a
I
thing.
see. So
Allegedly.
you're weighing out with an empty tank.
Exactly.
Oh, I get it.
And then you go and
oh
fill
my God.
up. Again, allegedly.
Allegedly.
There's a lot of customers
Fucking-
that we go to where they throw this maximum amount. All right, they actually require us, if we have a certain amount of fuel in our tanks, they're like, nope, you can't go there. You know, you have to go in.
What?
With an
Wait,
empty-
they actually check your
Wow.
fuel?
No. They're just because, as they ask you, your customer.
Oh,
sorry,
right,
your customer,
right. Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because they want to make sure that you can actually load their product. All right, because if you have a full tank and you go in, you know, because you basically have to keep a quarter tank.
Yeah.
The whole 1,000 miles or 1,500 miles it is, you know, just because it just has
So what,
way
if
too
you've not
much.
got a full tank, they'll
You'd be okay.
basically refuse you. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Again, there's
If
a
you
quarter
don't,
tank.
right.
There's like they tell you do not go in with anything more than a quarter tank. All right, because just in case you need that extra weight. All right, and
don't go in with a quarter
Wow.
tank. Or
don't
above a
go in
quarter
with,
tank.
don't go anything with anything more than a quarter tank. All right, because chances are
Wow.
you'll be overweight. All right, it's just that's just the way it is, you know. Yeah,
That's crazy, isn't it?
there you go.
Wow,
What's the
this is
most
like
amount
an
of fuel you
extra, extra special, isn't it?
What's the most amount of fuel you can actually carry on it? In,
It depends on your
just 'cause-
tanks. I've had 250-gallon tanks, so 300. All right, and yeah, which is quite a lot.
Wait 1 second.
Is that more than one tank as well?
What, two?
'Cause you can get,
what's
like,
a two?
extra, can't you?
300 gallons.
300
total,
gallon.
is it?
Yeah, so we have 300 gallons on both sides. You have both sides too, don't you?
No.
Depends on the lorry.
you only
yeah.
have the one. Yeah, okay.
1 second.
Definitely, that's quite a lot of liters. So, how many liters per gallon? Is it like 2 or 4?
Have you seen the new Iveco though? They've got like a new extra fuel tank right at the back as an extra you can have, right behind the fifth wheel.
No, I
Sorry,
haven't
guess
seen
he's
that.
Googling. It's
Holy
weird.
fucking shit!
Tom just found out
Chloe?
how many gallons,
Go on,
how many liters that is.
Fucking hell! That's nearly
What is it?
1,400 liters.
1,400.
1,400 liters. That's nearly.
Mine takes like 250.
Yeah, mine's like 4. Mine's 400, and like my big
Wow.
Mercedes
And mine's a skip
was
lorry.
like,
That's a big one as well.
god damn. Well, yeah,
We've got some of our skip lorries take like literally 100, if that, and you get down the road and you've used it already.
Yeah. Fucking- I try and
Wow.
think. Oh yeah, fucking that's wild.
That's a lot. But then
That's
you've got bigger
huge.
distance to go though, so you're gonna want
Yeah.
that to last, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I get you though saying you've only got a quarter of a tank because you're not gonna need all that, are you? Effectively.
Oh yeah. God damn,
Get
that's a
away
lot
with
of
that.
weight. Yeah.
Tom, you know what's funny is that this whole part, it's like an hour and 20 minutes. This podcast has been going on for.
Oh, yeah, it's got we've
This-
run way over.
Chloe's the one who's actually going to have
It's a
to edit this
special.
one.
Oh, am I?
Chloe's the one
Oh,
who's editing this one.
It's. Oh shit!
So she may want to cut it a
sorry,
little
Chloe.
short. So there you
And
go.
Right.
I've never.
Tell you
no,
what.
no, fuck it. The whole thing. Fuck you. I'm on it.
At least
Right.
you don't have.
I have
a-
no
a
idea what
salmon
I'm
to
doing
animate.
either.
So,
I
yeah.
can't
we don't
fucking
actually-
do that. I don't even know how to do it.
we don't, and it's not been animated. We don't have producer here, so we're all good. We're all
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I
Yeah.
was
In your face.
I don't know.
Yay! Right, tell you what,
Yay.
let's wrap this up.
Shall we? Okay.
What we've gone through, we've done reviews, we've done like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. Right, 1 second, let me just
Go
move
on.
this a second.
Plug your channel for the hell of it.
Oh yeah, shit, plug channels, yeah, except
yeah,
for access.
Go on. Skip chick.
My trucking skills.
There you
Oh,
go.
you sound so pissed off for that one.
Yeah,
My game's not ready yet.
fucking,
Fucking game.
When is it going to be ready? Right, no, let's not go that. We talked too long
We're
already.
finished. Let's finish.
Thank you so much for listening. And if you haven't listened, how did you get this far? But we shall see you next time.
Take care, guys.
Bye.